And in 2017, China and Denmark signed an agreement. According to this agreement, two pandas named Xing Er and Mao Er, they will travel to Copenhagen in Denmark, and they will live there for 15 years. And they are part of the 15-year collaborative research project between China and Denmark. And later, they will host a ceremony for this collaborative research program, and on the stage later you will see some typical Chinese and Danish programs, and these two pandas, they will set out their journey on April the 4th for Denmark, and they are named Xing Er and Mao Er. Xing Er is the male panda. It was born in 2013. His father is Yong Yong, his mother is Xiong Yong. And Mao Er is a very active panda. She likes climbing up trees. She also likes taking baths. And Mao Er also has another name. It's called Mao Sun. She was born in 2014, and her mother is Fu Va. So Mao Er is a female panda. She is very active, and she does not like being with herself. And these two pandas, they will start their journey tomorrow to Denmark. So this is a farewell ceremony. We have a lot of friends from the media here, sitting at the very front row. You can see some government officials from Denmark. We also have some working staff from Chengdu of Sichuan. And with respect to more information of the two pandas, I have with me Ms. Wu, who is the Director of Animal Management from Chengdu, and for quite a number of years she is being engaged with animal protection, in particular panda protection. So today she will join us and share with you more information. So what Ms. Wu has in her hand is a tablet. Let's come closer. So these are some of the footages of Mao Er. So this is Mao Er, and this is like the track of his growth journey. And this is like their personal photos, a personal album, and they are very adorable. And now Mao Er is growing up. Can we go like one by one? Good. We can start from here. This is when the panda was a newborn, and this is like 20 days old, and when he started to develop the hair, and at that time you could still see the black and white hair, and now for this one, this is like 1 or 2 months old, and they could go out and get exposed to the sun. And this is Xing Er, and this is even younger than the photo you saw just now. And these two baby pandas, for example, Xing Er was born in 2013. When he was born, he only weighed 156 grams, and he was very healthy at the time. And for Mao Er, the female one, she was born in 2014, July the 26th. When she was born, she weighed 181 grams. So she has been very healthy over the years. And Mao Er, this panda, when he was 2 years old, he had a weight of 10 kilograms. So for a 2-year-old panda, she was like a little chubby panda. And now she weighs roughly 110 kilograms. And she is a very adorable baby girl. And now let's take take a look at more photos of Xing Er. Now let's see some photos of Xing Er. So Xing Er, when he was very little, he was very adorable, and all the children, all the babies, they are very lovely and adorable. And when he grew a little bit older, he got a very big appetite, and he's also very handsome, very healthy, very beautiful, and his personal character is like very warm. He likes climbing up trees, and he also likes to eat a lot of things, and he's very handsome. So when we see he's good looking, what does that mean, and what measurements do you have here? Because for us as spectators, we think that all the pandas, they are very adorable, they are very cute, but in your eyes, what kind of measurements do you have? So from our eyes, for a panda to be beautiful, it has to be very clearly defined in its white colored hair and black hair, and sometimes the hairs of some pandas, they are very dry. But prior to that, we saw the name of Xing. When we were signing the agreement with Denmark, and Xing was the little boy, 2 years old, and at that time we were not quite sure if it would grow into a very healthy panda. But later we were following the development of Xing, and we saw he was not quite fitting for this program, so that's why we chose Xing Er instead. So now let me show you more photos of Xing Er. As Ms. Wu has introduced, to judge the health and physical status of a panda from a professional perspective, you have to look at their weight and their color of hair, and first you can see from the color. So not all the very white pandas are very healthy, and as we all know that pandas, they are in black and white, and when visitors come and they may complain that why is this panda not so white, why it's a little bit yellow. Well, I have to say that this is very related to their living habits, to their lifestyles, and to the things that they eat, and to the environment that they are exposed in when they are staying very close to certain wood, or when they are playing on the ground, they may get their hair dirty, but it's only normal. So we have a lot of parameters to judge. Yes, we do have a lot of parameters. For example, we have to look carefully at the physical examinations of the pandas, and from the outside, you can measure its brightness of hair, you can watch the color of the hair, and you also need to look at their activeness. Are they very active? Are they very natural? And are they demonstrating very natural symptoms or characters of panda? So we are very concerned also about the 15-year long term of cooperation, and so now they are at around 5 or 6 years old, and after returning at around 20, would they be parents by that time? Yes, we do have such plans, and we want to truly and fully engage with the breeding of pandas, not just in China, but also in the whole world. We hope that they can give birth to some descendants in panda. Well, this is very good for the panda species. Thank you. So right now, the ceremony is going on. As the ceremony is going on, we can see that we have invited a lot of friends from the media from Denmark. They are sitting right in the audience to cover this ceremony, and because Xing Er and Mao are they're traveling to Denmark, they will generate a huge attraction to travelers in Denmark, and so they have sent a lot of journalists and as well as photographers. They are following this ceremony very closely, and we can tell from this how eagerly aspiring the Danish travelers are. And to our knowledge, so this afternoon we have gained more knowledge, more information about Xing Er and Mao Er before traveling to Denmark, and they will be quarantined for like 30 days for a very careful physical check. And to our knowledge at present, these two pandas are very healthy, and they are ready to go. And one very important piece of information is that our breeders, they will follow very closely are there any abnormal reactions from those pandas, because if they are very sensitive towards the new environment, then we have to have in place some emergent plans. But so far, they have been very active and healthy, and they are bringing 500 kilos of bamboos. And at the very beginning, they will be eating bamboos, and because they will be living in Denmark for 15 years, so they will have to get used to the food there in Denmark. So Denmark has also prepared a lot of bamboos for these two pandas. And we have been talking to our friends watching about the food preparation. And are you involved in this effort? Yes. We have prepared a lot of food. For example, they like eating bamboos. So I believe that with the amount of bamboos that we prepared, in the first 40 days in Denmark, they will be eating the bamboo that we prepared. And so what kind of food, what kind of bamboos do they favor? So at this season of the year, we normally prepare them with some bitter bamboos, and they also eat the stem as well as the leaves. So they can eat the leaf, and they can also eat the stem of bitter bamboos. So they can only support for like 3 to 4 days. Well, this is not just a issue of amount. We want to make sure that the bamboos are fresh. So sorry, it's 30 days, and even after 30 days, when there is still the bamboo, but when it is not fresh, we will not feed pandas with the bamboos. So what is the preparation made at Denmark? In Denmark, in order to make sure that these two pandas can be fed with fresh bamboos, they've taken a lot of measures. For example, they have designated a bamboo garden, and in Norway and from elsewhere, they also secured the supply of bamboos. They've made a lot of efforts. So Mao Er and Xing Er, they were born here in the breeding base, and they have been used to the living environments and conditions here. And are we going to send also some technicians or zookeepers or breeders to them? Yes, we will dispatch two very experienced breeders. One of the breeders has been working for the panda breeding base for 20 years. He's the head of our team, and he will see to it that the two pandas will live very healthy in Denmark, and he will constantly follow the physical status of the two pandas so that they can very quickly adapt to the new environment and live in great health in Denmark. So we want to ask another question, which is Xing Er and Mao Er, they are going to travel to Copenhagen in Denmark, and we know there are media representatives from Denmark who are watching this ceremony, and I believe that you have visited Denmark, you have investigated their environments and conditions. Can you give us some information about how eager the locals there are to those pandas? I think they are very much looking forward to these pandas. When we were doing the customs clearance, and the officials from the customs office from Denmark, they asked us, have you come for the pandas? And they told us that they are very much looking forward to these two pandas. And also the Copenhagen Zoo has also made a lot of efforts. For example, both indoor and outdoor, they have set up a entertainment park, and because panda is in the color of white and black, and this is also the color of Chinese Taiji, and so they set up a stylish design resembling the Chinese Taiji, and it's very oriental and very Chinese, and also based on their needs. For example, they've developed a lot of very interesting shapes and tools, so that I believe that these two pandas will find it very easy to adapt to the new environment. How's the climate like there? Denmark is in North Europe, but throughout the year, the temperature has been kept around 5 to 25 degrees centigrade, and this is the most fitting temperature for pandas. So I believe that they are very good in this aspect, and they are mainly doing outdoor demonstrations for travelers, and this is a very ideal temperature. I got to know that pandas, they like cool weather, and they are not very well if the climate goes very hot. Exactly. The most ideal range of temperatures is -10 to 25 degrees. The most fitting temperature is between 5 and 25 degrees centigrade. So, which is exactly the average temperature of Denmark. So it will be very fitting for our pandas to live there. So based on my conversation with Professor Wu, we got to know more about the two pandas, Mao Er and Xing Er. We got to know their physical status, we got to know their background, and right now, what you see here is a farewell ceremony for these two pandas, and I think you are all very concerned about the conditions of these two pandas right now, and I think that they are ready for the departure. And after the ceremony today, according to our updated information, at around 12 o'clock in April the 4th, they will set out on their journey to Copenhagen. And so today's ceremony is also a handover ceremony. And at the midnight of today, and they will set out on their journey to Denmark. And so here we convey to you the information of the two pandas, and we also wish happiness and health of these two pandas in Denmark. So this is our program today. Thank you.